Husbandos and waifus, welcome to a video that I used to do a long time ago. We used to do like a 5 reasons why I like sword art, 5 reasons why I like this, My Hero Academia or something. But I thought, you know, let's keep up with the times, you know, let's bring it back a little bit and let's talk about it. There's an anime that I've been recently watching that I absolutely adore this season. It's not done, the season of anime is obviously not done. Maybe it's about time you guys can sort of start binge watching it, especially since we're like 8 weeks into the season of anime. And I thought, you know, this is a anime that has exceeded my expectations, and I honestly think it's one of my favorite anime this season. And surprise, surprise, I'm not reacting to it, right? These are my 5 reasons why you should watch the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. Now, real quick, if you guys don't know what it's about, I'm gonna give you guys like a quick summary without too much spoiling. It's about a 28-year-old lieutenant of the Sakuragi Yakuza, Toru Kirishima. He's called the demon. They call him like the demon of the Sakuragis because, you know, he would always destroy families single-handedly. He is so ruthless that his boss ends up telling him, hey, I need you to learn how to take some responsibility, so you will be watching over my 7-year-old daughter Yaika. So that's pretty much it. It's the adventure of Toru Kirishima, the baddest Yakuza member, the first lieutenant, watching over the boss's daughter, who is a young girl, and he has to just make sure she's taken care of and that she's catered to and etc. And just watching their relationship, and not like that, but like just the relationship of guardian and younger person is just so freaking adorable. But here, let's talk about the 5 reasons why you should watch it. So number 1, it's not your typical Yakuza anime. It's like dealing with the sides of being a Yakuza member, but also the growth of a character learning how to care for another person. Like, this anime is so like fucking badass because of the aspects of like what you see, how Yakuzas handle certain things, how they handle and take care of the people along their turf, and you kind of get like a small insight. Obviously, there's so much more to the Yakuza than what we see in anime and television, but it kind of gives you like a small insight. Like, they care about the citizens within their turf, and they don't want any other Yakuza member or any bad dealings from companies to take advantage of the people in it, while also seeing that cool side of the Yakuza and sometimes of the dark sides of the Yakuza. We're seeing the cute side of, you know, the families in the Sakuragi family, especially how Kirishima is handling Yaika. Watching these two grow as characters is just so freaking adorable, which leads to my number 2 is the growth of Kirishima. It's really emphasized on Kirishima, although it seems like this whole world is being focused around this little girl Yaika. The emphasis is mostly on Kirishima's growth, because he's obviously focused on taking care of Yaika. The father is like a doting father to Yaika, but it's how Kirishima is growing as a character. He's softening up. He's not his usual demon self, and even people all around him are noticing that change in him as he's taking care of the boss's daughter. He still has the demon within himself, but also he's just a caring person too, and he's so nice. It's like that's always been inside of him, but he's never had the opportunity to express it almost. So I just love how, although people be like, oh, lolly this Yaika, oh, this is a lolly, but then it's not really focused on her. Even though Kirishima is focused on taking care of her, it's mostly focused on Kirishima as a character and all the characters around him, how they're appreciative and how it's kind of just like a Kirishima anime focus. So it's really, really great. With that, with the extension of that, number 3 is all the characters are great in their own way. Although it feels like there are a lot of like the Yakuza members are almost like a shadow to Kirishima, and even like all the people from other gangs just want to pick a fight with Kirishima because he's the demon, he's the guy that's known to do this and that. All of the characters outside of Kirishima are just so likable. Even after they get beat up, you just gotta feel bad because Kirishima is just such a badass, while also, you know, being a caring guardian. He's such a badass in his own right. And even whether if it's Kirishima, Yaika, Yaika's father, Masaya, and Sugihara, right? Whether if it's all these other characters, and there's so many more characters, whether if it's any of them, although they're an extension to Kirishima, they're just like so great to watch, and they have such a likable personality. Even this bald Yakuza member that doesn't really talk much, he just is just like this funny side character. So the side characters also play just like like a major role in Yakuza's growth, as well as seeing how Kirishima starts to change and how everyone else around him, although they're not really changing that much, Kirishima's change of character is highlighting all of these other characters as well, which is really fun to watch. Number 4, this anime is pure comedy while also being a tearjerker from time to time. I just remember episode number 2, I'm not gonna say why, but I was like in tears. It was just such a heart-wrenching episode, but it was so cute with Kirishima having his little comedy bits with all of the other Yakuza members. And although there's like a lot of hilarious moments, there's a lot of tearjerker moments as well, because Yaika is just this adorable girl who is just, you know, learning about life, and then she's just having this badass Yakuza member just watch over her. But then she is, you know, having to deal with things face on that really bother her. Her father obviously being the boss of the Yakuza, she's alone a lot of the time. It's Kirishima's job, although he is the first lieutenant of the Yakuza, he is also just being the guardian that will always be there for her whenever she needs it. He is like the important role of her character growth, of her learning about the world, and it just gets you at times, especially you realize when Kirishima realizes that he is changing, and like it's just he just accepts it, but he knows also like if he needs to, he could be a badass. So a lot of great funny moments, but a lot of beautiful moments in this anime, which leads to, even though it's number 5, I say even though it's a Yakuza anime, there's a lot of relatable moments in it. We have to understand that no matter who people are, and I know I'm not talking about the anime characters in itself, but no matter who people are, everyone's human, everyone deals with their own situation. And it's kind of like you realize that, like, even though Yaika is, you know, this little girl who's still just discovering things, Kirishima is about doing the same thing as well, because he's just so used to fighting. Now that he has a job that makes him do something completely different, he's learning a lot about himself as well, and the acceptance of other people. So it's relatable, because especially like when the sad moments of loneliness, and there's going to be so many people that relate to certain feelings that these characters feel, and a lot of the badass moments that you're rejoicing over. It's relatable. It's not some I'm isekai trash. I love fantasy like anime, but this anime kind of like brings it down where it's relatable and it's so fun to watch. It's easy to digest because it's not something where you have to constantly dissect what you're watching. It's a lot of, you know, you just sit back, watch, laugh, cry, enjoy. And this was honestly an anime that exceeded my expectation. So anyways, hopefully you guys give this anime a watch. I believe it is on Crunchyroll. Yes, it is on Crunchyroll because I'm watching it there. So yeah, give this anime a watch. Really fun. I highly recommend it. Like I said, this is like one of my top anime this season, and it's not something that I'm reacting to because obviously a lot of the time I'm just laughing, but there's a lot of great badass moments in this. So give it a watch and let me know if you guys watched it. Let me know in the comment section below if you are, and let me know your favorite parts about this anime. It's not done. It's gonna be done soon.
You always hit me on my line, baby.